Hi, and welcome to this video on tapping into your own inner wisdom, that beautiful inner guide, your intuition. I'm going to share with you today 3 of my favorite, most effective, simple and quick tools just to check in with myself whether it's a yes or a no when I need to make a decision. Now this could be a quick decision like what to buy, what to eat, or it could be something bigger like something about your relationship or your career. But it does need to be a yes or no. I know of many other fantastic tools that I'll go into at some later date to really check in for advice or inner guidance on an emotional issue, for instance. But for today, this is a really nice starting point just to learn to check in more on your gut feeling, on your intuition. So the first two tools I'll share with you use your physical body. And it's not for nothing that people say your body is your temple. It's actually a beautiful guide that's much more connected to your subconscious mind and thus your intuition and your gut feeling than it is to your conscious mind. So it's possible with quite simple movements to discover what your gut instinct is telling you at any particular time. So this first tool uses your hands, and what you do is you take your left hand and you put your thumb and your index finger together in a circle like this. Then you take your right hand, you put your thumb and your index finger together as well, and you put them on your palm side through that circle. And you can ask yourself then a yes or no question. You can do it in your head or you can do it out loud. And your hands will respond for a yes by opening naturally like this, and for a no they will stay shut like this. So you can test it, for instance, with a very simple question like, am I a woman? Yes. Do I weigh 100 kilos? No. And then you can go on and test it for all kinds of other questions. The second method I want to teach you also uses your physical body, and it is a really nice one also to tune in on a deeper level and more regularly with the level of tension that you have in your body, because many people aren't aware of the stress and tension that they build up in the course of a day. And in principle, when things are good for you, when they're going to be nourishing you, your body will automatically relax a little. And you can see that the easiest through your shoulders. So when your body responds with a yes, your shoulders will relax slightly to the back. They obviously won't make a big movement, it'll be subtle, but you'll feel it. And when you've got a no, they'll tense up and move slightly forward. So this is something you can check really quickly, obviously. And again here you might be thinking, well, I can send my shoulders forward or back as I want. But then it won't feel like a truly bodily reaction of relaxation and tension. Now, a little warning here, most of the time this has felt quite accurate for me. What will sometimes be the case if you've got a big decision to make and there's a little bit of fear mixed with excitement, you might have a slight tense reaction. And this might be a moment when your answer is not necessarily no, but that you first need to overcome a fear or something like that. Because sometimes the best decisions are the ones that feel a little scary and they're a little bit exciting. And sometimes those decisions will still give you a real yes, even though you feel a little bit of a knot in your tummy. But sometimes you'll get a little bit of a no. So that's just a little warning if you're making a big life-changing decision. Okay, so the third method I'll teach you needs me to sit down, so bear with me. I'm going to find a spot where I can sit down. I can't promise I'll have the same lovely view you've probably been enjoying up till now, but anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, so welcome back. I think you'll agree I've managed to find myself an even nicer view at the background. So this third method uses something other than only your physical body. It uses a pendule or pendula. And that's something you can make yourself. I'm using my favorite hanger with a quartz crystal, my favorite necklace, but you can also buy one and they don't have to be made of crystal, they can be made of all kinds of things, so long as the hanger is reasonably heavy, but not too heavy, so that it can still move reasonably easily without being blown around by the wind. So this method can be used for a deeper level of questioning, but that's beyond the scope of this video. So for today we're also going to just concentrate on yes or no answers. But just so that you know, this pendule can be used also to tap into the collective consciousness and used for healing methods and things like that. I've learned it from a local Buddhist here in Italy, who uses it for holistic healing with natural methods. So how does this work? Basically, you want to have a chain that you hold at least at around about 10 to 12 centimeters. You hold it on your finger like this with your elbow on the table and preferably in your dominant hand. And first you ask it some questions, 2 questions. You can just ask it, give me a yes. So I can do that. Give me a yes. And the pendule is now moving from right to left and forward to back. And then I can say stop. And then give me a no. And now it's moving fairly subtly this time, but generally it will move a little bit more than that, from left to right and forward to back this way. So it's a little bit difficult with the view to show you the exact movement. Sometimes they'll also move in circles, so then you'll get an anti-clockwise and a clockwise circle. And of course, you might prefer to test it with something that you know the answer to that's a little bit more difficult than give me a yes or give me a no, and that will work fine as well. And once you know what it's going to do when it has a yes and what it's going to do when it has a no, you can ask it any question basically that you like. With the exception of asking how you're going to die and things like that. I wouldn't recommend trying those kinds of questions. But you can ask it for the rest, all kinds of stuff about yourself or about other people. And you'll find it holds a lot of wisdom. And realize that you hold a lot of wisdom, of course, because it is passing through what you hold within you and what is all around us. And that's the ultimate universal wisdom. So anyway, that's the third method. I hope that you enjoyed this and that at least one of the 3 methods suits you and you can use it on a regular basis whenever you need it. And in doing so, get more and more in tune with that beautiful inner voice, that guide that tells you how to live in a way that is nourishing for you and suits you and is really your path. So on that note, I wish you a beautiful day and see you next time.